Sometimes on those lonely, lonely nights at sea, you need friends. We all need friends. It doesn't matter where they come from, but we all need them. You got to reach out. Another day on the boat, another issue. The port engine bay, I emptied about 15 litres of water out of it, which is bad. So it could be a problem with the sail drive. A bit of research has told me that. One of the seals could have gone. A couple of times in reverse when I've been berthing the boat here, I've had to give it a bit of a squirt. The motor has slipped. It's like it's gone into neutral and then it's engaged quite suddenly. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to panic. I'm going to just empty it all today. I'm going to clean out the engine bay meticulously, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the motor and I'm going to set up some cameras and see if I can see where the water's coming from. Into the engine bay I go. Okay, so as you can see, that's dead dry now. Because I emptied it out yesterday, so it's probably about 4 litres there. And there's actually oil down here. So I'm going to mop all that up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the motor for about an hour and just see what happens. I got to try and figure this stuff out more myself, you know. And then I'll probably just have to pull the sail drive out and rebuild it. I mean, how hard can that be? I'll just watch it on YouTube. So that bilge over there is clean. That is full of shit. Okay, I just found something really interesting. This is, so in this corner where I'm trying to mop up, I'll try and film it. When I mop it up, you can slowly see the water come back in. So I wonder if this is where the sail drive connection is, or if there's just a hole in the boat. I doubt there's a hole, but I'll try and film it. This part here. See that little puddle of water? Just let me try something. I'm going to get a clean cloth. That's fairly clean, that'll have to do. So guys, where I mopped that water up on this other side, it's coming out of that. So it's the only spot it can come from. I'm going to actually set the camera up in here and start the motors and see if we can record it. Troubleshooting is what I do, you know, that's what I do, being a basically a diesel mechanic, well, marine diesel mechanics. It's obviously a higher tier. There's a number of things I'm finding wrong with the boat. So that fridge has never worked properly. I've just had the marine electrician look at it. He's just said it's better to get a new one rather than even try and repair it. Can I just squeeze through, mate? Is that all right? Yeah, of course. Thanks, buddy. Good on you. So Sherman's 12.5. He's definitely on the way out. But the good news is I've sold the house. The bad news is I sold it for a massive loss. And house has been on the market for about 4 months. It's a terrible market in Australia, particularly Victoria. Good on you. Good on you, Premier Dan, Dictator Dan. And but anyway, I've had to say to myself, I have some money tied up in this, and I can put that money into shares, and in 3 or 4 years I should make back what I've lost, and that's what I'll do. So what it enables me to do is move on with life. And this home is a beautiful home, and you know, you guys have seen it before. You know, it's not a rental. People can say, well, you can just rent it out and you know, and then resell it. Well, the problem is when you rent out a home like this, that's got these sort of features, it ain't ever going to look as good as this again. So again, I doing the mathematics, you know, I've been in real estate 21 years, so this is my area of expertise. I'll just be transparent. I paid 1.7 million for this in COVID, and I sold it for 1.525. So I've lost $175,000 plus my stamp duty of 80,000. That takes it to 250,000. I've put 50,000 of 50 grand worth of money into this thing myself. It takes it to 300k, and that's a lot of money. You know, this is a really well built home. It's an incredible home, and replacement value is massive. But the problem is, when the medium house price is 1 million and you've bought a home that's worth 1.7 million, the fundamentals of that is that if you need to get out of it, like I have, after 3 years, you're in trouble. And that's what's happened. So money doesn't bring happiness. The main thing is that it enables me to move on with life, and someone gets to buy, gets a great home. You know, I've been given a golden handshake, I guess. So the money... I also found out yesterday, when I decided to take the offer, I also found out that I have to pay less tax. So there was a bit of it kind of helped me, nudge me in the right direction to say, you know what, just take the money and move on. And the biggest mistake vendors make is not taking an offer and then going back 2 months later going, why didn't I take that offer? And I understand not everybody's in a position to take a lower offer, because some people, they owe the bank more than what the offer is, so they can't take it, and they get trapped. And that's the housing part of the housing crisis, with lots of people borrowing. This is why all those mortgage lenders were in trouble in the US, because banks borrowing money to people that can't afford the repayments, and only having no deposit. That's why I think people need to have 20% deposit. It's a safety buffer, and you might say, well, it's hard to save 20%. Yeah, but the good thing about that is at least you have some real equity in the home. A good boy. Come on, let's go. Come on, roll, right. I'm just going to run. Oh, there we go. So dogs go downhill really quickly when they I've never had a dog, I hate even saying this, put to sleep before. But you're going to live forever, aren't you? You're a super dog. And anyway, I'm back home for a few days. I'm going to start getting packed a bit. I've got 45 days to move out, and then I'm full-time on the yacht. And I don't know what that looks like. I'm still unsure of the plan. I know this. I'm heading to the Bahamas. I don't know who with. I don't know how that looks. I don't know when, but that's, the training never stops. It's a bit like a scene out of a movie. I'm starting to pack up, getting ready to move all my belongings into a storage shed, everything I own, because my home will just be my boat. Just getting, a lot of this stuff is good stuff. The neighbours can have it, they'll take it. But I just found some old real estate stuff, quite nostalgic. Check this out.
Sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh, simple thing, where have you gone?
Kind of a weird feeling packing up the house. Look at Sherman, he's half dead. Sherman belongs in a Stephen King. Sherman, you would win a Golden Globe. You'd win a Golden Globe if you were in Pet Sematary. Sherman! Selling everything cheap, just want to get rid of it. Going to put some stuff in storage, but see that. Just emptying it out. Kind of stuck in two worlds at the moment. And April 14, this house is no longer mine. It means I'm homeless. It means I'm forced to live on the yacht full time. I don't even know if I can get into a marina. I don't know what that looks like. I've got a dog. I'm thinking, what am I doing? But you know what? I kind of want to go to the Bahamas. I kind of want to see what it's like, you know? I got a feeling it's going to be magical, but am I just living in fantasy land again, you know? I spend a lot of time in fantasy. Anyway, I'm going to drive the car back to Brisbane tomorrow, 2,000 Ks, go back to the boat, take some more crap onto it, you know? I'm going to have a games area. I'm going to take some games on board. I think that'll be important. I can play a game alone. What's totally wild about packing the house up is this. I mean, what's crazy is I'm boxing everything up and putting it into storage, and this sounds kind of sad, but will I ever even open it again, or will my kids just be opening up all my packed gear? You know, will I be gone that long? Will I ever return to Australia? Will I end up living in some remote country? Will I ever need all this material stuff again, you know? It's just, as I get older, material things just seem to be more irrelevant, and feeling things and doing things and seeing things that give you that sense of awe just seem to be paramount for me at this age. Will these furnishings be in my kids' house? I don't know. So as you've seen, I've been home packing. The house is sold, which is good, for a massive loss. That's not so good, but I get to move on with life. I'm heading back to the boat driving. I'm taking some crap with me, my massive 30-kilo coffee machine. I know it's ridiculous, but you know what? I'm not going to put that in storage because it cost me a fortune. I don't care, I'm having good coffee. But there's a massive cyclone. Cyclone Alfred is approaching the coast, the east coast of Australia, making a direct beeline for my boat at the Manly Harbour. So it's obviously going to die down in ferocity. I'm not sure. We're not sure yet, but they're saying it's one of the biggest cyclones ever. So what I'm doing is I'm deliberately driving 2,000 kilometres into the eye of a cyclone. So we're back at the marina 2 days before the cyclone's supposed to hit. I've bought a heap of stuff from home, putting it on board as I slowly move into the yacht. The next couple of days I'll secure the boat. Have a guess what's coming on board. Have a guess what I think is the most important thing. How about this bad boy? You know what that is? That's my disco ball. That disco ball's going to go right there. There's going to be many, many parties on this yacht. Probably just with myself, but I'm having a disco ball, I don't care. Coffee machines going around the world, and this is how I transport it. Like a boss! Look at all, it all matches, it's just me. Okay, I'm just making my first latte on board Living the Dream. And we've out of everything I've bought, I forgot to bring the milk frother. Look at this. This is turning into a... It's basically turning into a chef's kitchen, and that's what I am. I'm basically a chef that can't cook. But I can use the microwave. Just waiting for the cyclone. So just been securing the boat, waiting for the cyclone, and I was tightening up the traveller, and this happened. I just heard this ping, and that snapped off. So at the moment the boom can run free with the cyclone approaching. That's not good. So I'm going to get a shackle and tie this here for now, and then tighten everything up, and then deal with that later. That's what you do. It's just boat life, you know, fixing stuff up that breaks. Okay, well I fixed it, so that will have to do for now. It's better than nothing. So the cyclone's due in about 24 hours. The wind's definitely picked up, but the guy that's been fixing my tender, he's made a cover for the tender. It's ready to go. So he's going to pick me up, and we're going to collect it. I've got to ride it back a little bit out to sea, and then out through the marina, and then put it back onto the back of my boat, which will be interesting, seeing that I've just put all the lines on. Jesus, it's only blowing about 20 knots. Like, it's not. So my tender's being returned 24 hours before the cyclone hits. There he is over there. Les is the man. Is it, can I video you? Yeah. Les made my cover, so. You throw the rope in. Get on your thanks, brother. Okay, Velcro around the front of the bow, yep. So the tender's got a leak and there's a cyclone coming, but apart from that, we're not stressed. So when I drop this at sea, I'm going to be dropping it with the cover on, aren't I?
Yeah.
And then unclipping it and then taking the...
Yeah, as long as you've got a line holding it.
Yep. Did you like this idea?
Spot on.
So we've pretty much kind of got it on. It's just about there. It's just the worth. Did I tell you cyclone's on its way? Yeah, it's just obviously a shit day to be doing it. But yeah, I can do that. That's.
So we've got that little boot. We can now zip that up so no water's going to get through there.
Just check out my lines. They're not perfect, but the boat's not going nowhere. I've got 2 lines here. I've got 2 lines and 3 lines on the back. I've doubled up on the spring lines. So I've doubled up everywhere, should be right. Another morning, the cyclone's supposed to be hitting tonight. Haven't checked the wind modelling, but it's pretty ominous out there. Let's have a look. It's very quiet in the marina. You would normally hear boats and people, and it's just like no one's here. But they're saying it's a category 2. I think it's more of a category 1. Not that I'm an expert, but the apps, the modelling that I've looked at shows the biggest gusts are sort of up to 45 knots, which is not huge. Forecast for a lot of rain. So we've just had a squall come through. like a ghost town around here. Not much movement, nothing's happening, just dead quiet, apart from the wind blowing through the rigging. So the wind has just kicked in. Still 24 hours before the cyclone hits, but it's got my wind gauge. I love yacht life. I love yacht life and I love boat life. I love listening to the rain dripping on the outside of the boat and dripping on the inside of the boat. All by myself. All by myself. Okay, that's your area, Rain. This is my area. So tonight is when the cyclone's supposed to hit. As you can see, I'm all fended up again. A couple more here. The wind's definitely picked up now, you can hear it. Safe to say you can use the word ominous. But my yacht's as secure as I can get it. I've doubled up on all my lines. It's kind of eerie. There's more people staying on their boats than what you think, even though it says in the marina that you're not supposed to stay on your boat. It's like sort of every second person's here. So we wait. What's sad about this cyclone is that it's taking forever to land. I'm just there. I'm right in that spot. It's only like blowing 20 knots outside. Like, I've been here like for 3 days. I've eaten myself into a sugar coma. I'm drinking lattes at night time. Just all I can hear is wind, but it's not that windy. It's like 20 knots. Just hurry up. So disrespectful. Come to land and then dissipate so we can all move on with our lives. So it's midnight and the cyclone, we're in it. Listen to this. Whoa! Let's hide under here. Whoa! So the eye of the storm is kind of... We're actually about to go into it. We're here. I mean, these apps are so out because it's pretty windy. It's probably blowing between 30 and 40 knots, which is not... It's still pretty windy. It might be gusting to 50 knots, but on the app it's showing... The app it's showing 11 knots. Living the dream. So the good thing about it pissing down rain is that I've been able to go over the boat and check all the hatches, and there's only one hatch which is on my bed, which is just has a switch already fixed, but it still has a very just a mild drip. So Again, this is just, you know, nearly 2 months on, just learning the boat and trying to make sure that it's ready for big ocean passages. So no leaks, which is good. It's good to give the boat a big clean out whilst the storm is Alfred is rolling through. It's not that bad. But a bit of advice Gordo gave me, the trainer that, you know, the trainer that came up from Melbourne, the older guy. He said people take way too many tools on their boat. Yeah, good idea. I mean, not me, I'll listen to that. I was counting my screwdrivers that I've got on board. It's all about conserving space. You don't have a lot of room on a boat. I mean, there's more on this cat, but these are my screwdrivers. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 screwdrivers. You can't have enough screwdrivers. So these are the tools I'm throwing out. Well, I'm going to take them home, or this is my new toolkit. I've got one of these. I just have that for looks. I've got no idea how to use it. I call this guy Kermit. 2 socket sets. Look, the bottom line is I don't even know how to use most of these tools, so what does it really matter? But I'll just, yeah, rather than just have tools to say I've got tools, I'm getting rid of the stuff I don't even use. So look at all of that. That's 5 kilos right there. What really does get to me about this boat is that you have to just keep running the motors, otherwise the alarm goes off. Low power. Get rid of some rubbish, but you know, just putting hours on the motor unnecessarily. So we're in the middle of a hurricane, cyclone apparently, but it's been a bit of rain. In these suitcases is all rubbish. So I'm learning that less, I've got to have less on the boat, you know, like what I did with my tools. But check it out, it's a ghost town. So I'm gonna nearly cleaned up the boat, and then I'm gonna try and head home, drive 2,000 k's and get out of this, because there's no power here, and I'm not gonna run my boat for the next 2 days to get power. Okay. Just going to keep tidying up, and then I think I'm going to try and drive home 2,000 kilometers. So I'm going to head home. The M1's not blocked, and I've turned everything off, including the inverter. The only thing on is the fridges. So back to Victoria, back to Melbourne, because this is going to be like this for a few more days. So pretty good, let's go. Hey guys, Danny Hayes here. Thanks for watching. I know this is very different than my motor vlogs. If you are enjoying it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you think it's good enough to subscribe to. There's plenty of content coming your way, and I am building the narrative at the moment. This is all brand new to me, sailing. I've never done it before, so I'm learning, and I'm just trying to capture that in detail. I'm trying to be honest about it with a bit of a sense of humor. I don't think everybody gets my sense of humor, but yeah, if you like it, give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing to the channel. Thanks guys.